So you want to know the best juicer for celery. The reality is, some juicers are better than others. Let's go through the 5 most important juicer questions you should be asking yourself while we make some celery juice using my Omega CNC80S. First question you want to be asking yourself is, which kind of produce am I interested in juicing? Do you want to harness the health benefits of tough, stringy vegetables such as celery, leafy greens, and wheatgrass? If so, then my recommendation is a masticating style juicer or a cold press juicer would be perfect for you. If, however, you're interested in juicing soft fruits such as oranges, apples, pineapples, and the occasional chunk of cucumber, why are you not just making a smoothie? No hate, but like, it's not difficult to eat like an orange, an apple, and a carrot all in one sitting. Like that's pretty easy, and you could use the fibers. If you want to punish yourself with nutrition, highly recommend the masticating juicer. However, centrifugal does have its benefits, and it's a bit less expensive. So the next question you want to be asking yourself is, how much available time and effort do I have? Centrifugal juicers require very little time and effort spent prepping and chopping and actually feeding your juice through your juicer. You can put produce in a centrifugal juicer nearly whole. Busy people love the centrifugal juicer. Centrifugal juicers use a quickly rotating blade that looks like a metal cheese grater and spins faster than the human eye can see. Pretty similar to a blender's spokes. Unfortunately, some of the nutrients, not all of the nutrients, are cooked out of your juice during the juicing process. It creates some heat, similar to when you make vegetable soup and some of the nutrients are lost. It's still health food, it's vegetable soup. However, you do sacrifice a portion of the nutrients. If you don't mind spending a little more time in prepping, chopping, and feeding your produce through your juicer, then a masticating juicer is right for you. Why? Because to masticate means to chew. The masticating juicer slowly chews your food with an auger at speeds slow enough to see with the human eye, meaning your juice stays cold, raw, and is never cooked. Let's face it, guys, we are in this because we want to consume the maximum amount of antioxidants possible. You wanna fill up on those enzymes. And if you're going through all the time, money, and effort of getting a juicer, chopping up your produce, and feeding it through a juicer, why not just do it the best way possible? Let it be known, when you're using a centrifugal juicer, as easy and convenient as it is, you do sacrifice a portion of the nutrients. I respect you either way. Just want to help you make an educated decision and understand the difference between a masticating style juicer and a centrifugal style juicer before you go ahead and make such a big commitment. Any juicer is better than no juicer at all. Any vitamins and nutrients that you're able to put into your body in addition to your current is a plus. I'm proud of you. Good job. A lot of people have never come as far as you are now. With that being said, let's move on to budget. Your budget. What is it? I hate it when people at like jewelry stores or like car stores are like, what's your budget? Because like, stop it. Like, first of all, like what makes you think I even have a budget? What makes you think that like I'm not like royalty and like I could, like what makes you think I have to hold back with a budget? First of all, stop judging me. Second of all, like I get nervous like when like shady salespeople are like, what's your budget? Because I'm like, well, what's the price? Like, why would the price change according to my, like, how much dollars I have available? But like, that's not me. Like, I'm not a salesperson like that can change the price on you. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate. My link is in the description below. It does help me when you choose to purchase through my little Amazon store as opposed to like worldwide Amazon without me, because Amazon, instead of getting like all, let's say like 10% of the profits, they get like 9 and I get 1%. So come on down to my link down. this educational video hopefully will help you decide whether or not you like the Omega Masticating Juicer. And like, honestly, I'm not partial. I want you to be happy. I don't want you to order this and be like, man, all I wanted was orange juice. I wish I had ordered a $50 I broke a nail. $50 centrifugal juicer. No, like I just want you to be happy. I want this to be a community of like-minded people that work together to find juicing and other healthy lifestyle solutions that work for us. Like, that's my dream. I love how when you're juicing, you don't have to worry about the seeds. It's gonna go good. Apple seeds, I fear apple seeds because apparently that's like what cyanide is made from. I paid attention in history class. But yeah, back to budget. What is yours? 0 to 49 US dollars. Your mouth. That's what you can afford. Your mouth. Like, please don't waste your money. If your mouth works, 0 to 49, boom. Just chew your veggies. Get a paper route. Like, do what you gotta do to get like at least $50. Then 50 to 149 US dollars. Now we're talking centrifugal, baby. Centrifugal juicers range from like, I'd say 50 US dollars to 150 US dollars. You don't want to pay more than 150 US dollars because like, it's not going to work any better. It might look cooler and that might be worth it to you to pay extra. For functionality, I would say 50 to 150. If you just want to juice like a bunch of like oranges or apples really fast, throw in a little bit of carrot, maybe a beet, maybe half a cuke, it'll be fine, and it'll be ready fast. So if that's your dream lifestyle, this is ginger, by the way. It's a lot of ginger. I'm gonna be like writing the recipe somewhere up here. I was originally just gonna do celery, just celery, only ingredient, just celery. And then like my friends and family were giving me the feedback like, Heather, like your community might want a little more than just celery. Okay, community. Okay, YouTube community. I got you. You know what? We're going to be adding ginger and lemon to spice up your celery juice, but it's already really spicy. This is so much ginger. By the way, most of you will probably only want like a quarter or like an eighth as much like ginger, but not me. Not me. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge. I can already feel the energy that is gonna hit me from like all this produce I used to get. And don't worry about the skin, like that's totally fine in your juicer. That's one beautiful thing is it doesn't have to be ready for like the mouth consumption. It will, like the skin will come out like with this. No skin will harm you if you're not into ginger skin. If you have saved up 150 US dollars to 999 US dollars, you, my friend, are ready for the slow masticating juicer. This juicer, in my opinion, is the best value because you can not only juice the soft fruits if you're having one of those hungover orange juice only days, but if you're feeling up to it, you can juice the most disgusting stuff with this juicer and you can pound it back. It is so much easier than trying to chew and swallow produce that you're not really into, but you really want to absorb all the powers of that vegetable. Guys, this is the solution that you've been looking for. It's never broken. I want to pass this juicer on to my children's children. And you're probably thinking, Heather, you have no children. I will get them one day and I will give them this juicer and I will write in my will that like if this juicer makes it, that they have to give it like perpetually to the next generation. Anyways, so back to your budget. If you have $1,000, wow, first of all, good for you. And like, how did you do it? Please let me know. If you have 1 to 5K or more, like these babies go expansive, get a commercial level cold press juicer. Cold press juicers are different than masticating juicers. Why? Because like they have like a little poopy diaper bag that you put the vegetables in. I'm sorry. That's what I thought when I saw it. I looked it up on YouTube and I didn't like it because of the bag. Like I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. Like I rinse this. I don't even like properly wash it most of the time. I'm so surprised that it's lasted this long. Okay, so cold press juicers are, I say like commercial level because it's big. It is giant. Like You are not going to put that in your cupboard when you're done using it. This juicer I put in like this cupboard. It goes bye-bye, it goes night-night, like when I'm not using it. The cold press juicer, it is staying on your counter and it is a showstopper. So if you have like the biggest kitchen ever and you're like, how can I fill up this kitchen? Like, how can I get more stuff and like use up more counter space? And you're like, how can I get rid of like $5,000 to $10,000? Go for the commercial level cold press juicer. You will not regret a thing. I'll admit, before I got this one, this slow masticating juicer, I was like, you know what I want? I want the Steel Angel because it looks amazing. It is made of steel, and it is an angel. She is an angel. But you know what? That was like $1,000 at the time I was like researching juicers, and I was going through the exact same thing that you're going through right now. Maybe, unless you've already gone through it, then support. You're like, what juicer is best for like my needs? Like, I was gonna get the Steel Angel, but you know what? It was $1,000, and this one was like, it was like around 400 when I bought it 7 years ago, and now it's somewhere around 200, but like 200 versus 1,000, and it looks the same except it's chrome. Like, get a manicure. Juicers are juicers. This goes bye-bye at night. Like this goes, sleeps in there. Unless it's gonna stay out and you're like, ask me about my Steel Angel, or like ask me about my cold press. Want to see me change these vegetable diaper bags? Moving on to question number 4. What is your ideal storage time for your juice? If you answered you want to drink your juice right away, centrifugal is perfect for you. All you have to do is make the right amount for juice that you can drink in one sitting. You're good to go. Keep in mind that a cut up apple, I'm just gonna start juicing. Okay, keep in mind that a cut up apple, even if it's stored in the fridge, will start to go brown within an hour of being left out at room temperature. And by the way, guys, don't do that. Use the pusher. It's made for a reason. So an apple will turn brown if left out, if you cut it up, but only on the cut surfaces, right? So when you juice something, all the surfaces are cut. Every surface is a cut surface. You've liquefied the fruit or vegetable. So just keep in mind that although it doesn't become rotten, it starts to oxidize. Oxidization doesn't mean that it's putrid, it's garbage, you can't drink it anymore. It just means it starts to oxidize. So centrifugal juice, because of how rapidly the blades spin, it's gonna start oxidizing immediately. You wanna drink that juice right away. And if that's you, perfect. The masticating juicer, on the other hand, will not immediately start oxidizing. This juice, if I quickly, after it comes out, if I quickly store it in some airtight mason jars right there, all the way to the rim, airtight, it's gonna keep in my fridge for 72 hours. If I just want to have like a massive chopping, prepping, juicing party like I am with you fine folks right now, and I want to enjoy the benefits of that for 3 days, no problem. That's exactly what I achieved with the investment of this masticating style juicer. And I don't mean that after 3 days it's garbage. I mean that after 3 days, the process of oxidation begins to occur. Even if I leave it in those airtight mason jars after 72 hours, you should have drank your juice. You should still drink it on the 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th day. Probably not the 8th day. I think that juice lasts about 7 days before it becomes a bit more of a negative than a positive, but it'll still be tasty. Those 4, 5, 6, 7 day juice, drink it down and just try next week to drink your juice within 3 days. And if you are using a centrifugal juicer, just make sure that you are drinking your juice within an hour. It's like an apple. Do you want to eat an apple that has been cut up for more than an hour? No, you would rather cut up your apple right before you want to eat your apple. So these bad boys are my 250 milliliter Bernard jars. Highly recommend them if you're going to start juicing or if you've already been juicing for a while. The reason why I love them so much is they are 250 milliliters. That's right, only 1 cup each. So that you're not struggling with those giant mason jars because of the rule. When you open these and it's full of juice, you have to drink it. You have to drink it with 1 hour. When you do this process and you open one of these and you let air back into like your beautiful creation, it starts to oxidize again within that hour. So consider it a cut up apple. When you store it and you release it, it's a cut up apple. This is my favorite part, you guys. Smell it. That smells really, really, really good. I'm so thirsty. Ah! This looks so good. This looks so good. I almost don't want to wake it up. It looks so good. This is not airtight. This is not airtight. So in order to stop the process of oxidization, I'm going to add more juice, the lemon and the ginger juice, in order to top it up and seal it off. But until then, I'm just gonna quickly juice all the rest of the celery off camera. Okay, so here is le juice of 7 bunches of celery. I'm going to make the yellow juice and I'm gonna combine it, kind of squish it around back and forth, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna put it in these jars, but ASAP, because we do not wanna let any of the enzymes go. No, you're my prisoners. You're my prisoners. Let's go. Walk the plank. Struggles, fears, goals. Who are you? Why are you here? Serious question. Serious question. Please let me know. I would love to know, please. I'm dying to know. Oh yeah, and I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone. For so long, I felt alone in my journey towards health and fitness. And I turned to YouTube, actually. And it made a huge difference. It made me realize that there's hope. You can change today. It's never too late. Like these pants, it's never too late. Woo! Okay, so what you missed is just that my camera died and that I gave the upper chamber of this a quick rinse, because when you are juicing a lot of pulpy fruits or vegetables, you want to save those for the end. Like watermelon's gonna go through easy, celery, cucumber, anything with very, very little pulp is gonna just like go through your juicer like rain. Save your pulpy fruit and vegetables for last. I know it's gonna create a bit of residue in this part of the chamber of my machine, but that's okay. It took me like 5 seconds, rinsed it in the sink back here, and we're good to go. So this right here, as you can see, is a result of the mesh getting clogged up with the pulp of this particular kind of produce. Like I said, make sure that you know what kind of produce you want to work with before you choose a juicer. For me, citrus is just like a little pizzazz at the end, like a little spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. All right, so this is what I'm left with. I'm going to quickly rinse that in the sink. At the sink, I actually ended up giving this its final bath time for the night. I just honestly rinsed it with some hot water, a scrubby scrub. Usually I use dish soap, but like at the same time, like aren't like lemons and ginger antimicrobial? Smells amazing. So that's my soap. This smells really good. And I've been doing this for 7 years. So for those of you who are thinking that that's gross and it's not gonna work, joke's on you, because it works. I need to mix this yellow and green juice to make an even mixture to put in my jars as my elixir for later. Mass circus, here we go. Okay, so pulp. Pulp, you can do a lot of different things with pulp. You can turn it into biscuits, you can put it in your compost, cookies, crackers, cakes, a little sneaky spoonful in a curry or a stew, meatballs, meatloaf. Like there's a lot of sneaky bee stuff you can do with pulp. Me, I'm pretty satisfied. I don't feel like I have to do too much more with this pulp to feel like I got my bang worth my buck. Like this is what I was in it for. What are the chances of me eating 7 bunches of celery, 20 lemons, and this much ginger in 3 days? 0. There was absolutely 0 chance of me chewing that with my mouth and swallowing it. And now with this, yeah, so we are gonna do it. I'm so excited. this is my plan. Please support my plan. Okay, I want to mix the yellow and the green together. If you guys like have a better idea of like what works, please let me know. Please let me know. For now, this works. This works. I don't notice a difference in the jars. Just give it a little. Give it a. If one's a little more yellow and one's a little more green, I will love it the same. Okay, ready? Okay, ready? I'm so scared. I want to do this in the bathtub sometimes. Okay. Breathe. It was worth it. It was worth it. The necessary sacrifice. This is like the little splishy splash that I just wasted right now is way less expensive than like what you were gonna pay for cold pressed juice from like a hoity-toity store. Yes, like $7 a glass. Hell no. I don't know how much this is a glass, but it's way less than $7. Way less than $7. Me so smart. Me no dumb. Me teach you how to be number one. About pulp. When you are using a centrifugal juicer, you will notice that your pulp is a little bit more wet. That might not be a problem considering your juicing goals. If it was worth the time you saved in getting that juice prepared when you wanted it, so happy for you. However, if like it's important to you to get the driest pulp, the pulp that you can make a snowman out of this pulp. I just quickly want to show you. Like, yes, this may be gross for some of you, but for some of you, this is gonna really excite you. Okay, yes, you can make a snowman. That's how you know that the pulp is like dry enough. This pulp is so dry. That's a high yield, and that is some dry pulp. I'm happy with what I got out of this purchase for this produce. I do not feel the need to do anything with this pulp, but if you do, go for it. There's a lot of different things you can do with juicer pulp. It is not necessarily waste if you don't want it to be. What? Oh my gosh, I just realized there's this much extra juice. Shout out to my sister, actually gave me these lemons. Thank you. We can confirm these are going to be airtight because a little spillage is better than a little bit of air left in the container. If a drop pops out, I'm happy. I like that because that means that it's airtight, okay? And that's what's going to keep us safe in the fridge for 72 hours. They look like Shrek. Shrek is this color and like he doesn't seem that healthy, but this does. Zero air. A little bit of dribble is okay. You can wipe that up later, but you cannot regain the oxidization that you lost. Way better to dribble a little bit than to not dribble at all. I'm about to sample the greatest juice that I have ever made, but I want you to leave this place with some bucket filling takeaways. You have unrealized potential. It's never too late. You can change your life. You can change your life today. For some of you, for some of you, juicing in general can be the difference between feeling good about your body and your self-image as opposed to not. Guys, it is so worth it. You gotta take charge. You gotta take charge of your health today. Click the link below if you want to buy this particular Omega CNC80S Slow Masticating Juicer, or if you're still undecided, I created this video on a long-term review of this particular machine over the past 7 years to help you make your decision if that's the right thing for your juicing journey. Until then, click the subscribe button if you want to hang out again, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.